Should you follow crash course right now? So my recommendation for those guys who are having questions that my syllabus is not complete, should I follow crash course? If let's say you are from electrical or electronics domain, and let's say you have two core subjects left right now, so what I will say, you can cover one subject comprehensively and the other one with crash course. If you feel the subject that is more difficult or which has lesser weightage, you can follow that subject from crash course and the other one from core subjects. So sorry, other one from comprehensive course. So bottom line is this, but I will obviously expand on that. Still we have around 5 months left, so you can easily cover, if you want to, if you can easily cover most of the subjects. I mean, if you have 4 or 5 subjects left, you can at least cover three subjects, right, comprehensively, and two subjects from crash course. So don't cover everything from crash course. Cover those cover few subjects comprehensively, because that will help you immensely in gate as well as in future if you are planning to go into IITs for masters and stuff, correct? Also, we also have our own crash course videos. Like, it is not exactly crash course, but we don't we have our series, that is gate rpoiq series. So if you have not already, please make sure you go into our playlist gate rpoiq. In the first video, complete information about that is given. It is, although it seems like it is a rank arc crash course, but it is not a crash course exactly. We cover everything, we will cover every single concept comprehensively there. But of course, I will not go slow, I will go a bit fast, because there are a lot of concepts that I have to cover in a single video. So with one short videos, I have tried to cover every single concept. Already we have uploaded linear algebra, the network theory AC part, because most of the students, they neglect the AC part, they only study the DC part. So for AC part, I have already made a revision video. If you watch that, that also will work as a crash course only. So you can follow that our gate rpoiq series, where we are actually covering most of the topics comprehensively. We are not skipping anything, but in a fast manner. There will be less question practice, there will be more concepts, and also I am solving few gate pyqs. That's why the name gate rpyq series, where gate revision through pyq. It is similar to a rank improvement batch, but also who drop, like who are just final year students, third year, they also can watch it. If they want to finish 1-2 subjects, like that they can do. But I will not recommend for third year students to follow crash course. If you are in final year students, then only you follow crash course. If you are a third year student, please don't follow crash course. You have enough time, you will still get another attempt in your final attempt, so in your fourth year. So please don't follow any crash course for third year students. For final year students, definitely you can follow crash course. For droppers, definitely you can follow crash course. If you are a dropper, you have enough time in a day, so I will recommend you at least finish 80 to 70% through comprehensive course, and 30% things you can do from crash course. But make sure you are studying, if you are studying a subject A, right, let's say you are studying communication, so don't do like this, that 50% you are studying from crash course and 50% comprehensively. If the educators are different, it will not be good for you. So if you are thinking of covering communication, either you cover it fully with comprehensive course, or you follow crash course. Also, please don't leave out subjects in between. So if you are studying communication and you have studied analog communication, then you decided, okay, I'm not feeling good in communication, so I will leave the digital communication. Now I will start studying some other subject, let's say EDC, and I will study digital communication later. If you do that, whatever was there in analog communication, that will simply go out of your head, right? That will simply go out of your head. So make sure if you are starting a subject, you cover it comprehensively. Okay, you don't skip out that subject. So these are few things that I was thinking, because I know many students will have the doubt, should I follow crash course? Yes, you can follow crash course. Crash course sometimes is good actually if you have to cover 2-3 subjects, but don't cover everything from crash course. That will just mess up your preparation. So what happens in crash course, if you're lucky enough, right, if let's say you have studied EDC from crash course and they ask easy questions from EDC, so whatever you have studied from crash course, right, you will be able to solve it, because those will be mainly formula based. So your score becomes good. But if they would ask some difficult questions from EDC topic and that thing is not covered in crash course, then you will not be able to answer it. So that's the drawback. Okay, and everything has a drawback and advantage, so you have to decide. So you decide, you see the weightage of topics, which one shall you actually give more emphasis, which one shall you give less emphasis, which subjects can you leave out, which subjects shall you focus more. Okay, so these kind of things you can do and then decide. Of course, I will bring a video where I will discuss about the weightage of each subject and topic wise weightage, which has more weightage and stuff. So we will discuss about all those things. So with that, if you have enjoyed this video, please do hit the like button, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, happy learning.